Good morning. I hope you are all doing well today. I want to real quick give you a book review today. I still haven't really decided exactly how I'm going to set up my book reviews, whether or not they're going to be discussions or if I'm just going to tell you what I thought about them. But I did want to get this one out really quickly because not only was its official debut yesterday, but it was actually a really enjoyable read. And so that book is the third installment of the Veronica Speedwell mystery series, A Treacherous Curse by Deanna Rayborn. I received this arc in a Goodreads giveaway, and I really enjoyed it. I believe I gave this 4 stars on Goodreads, and so today I'm just going to kind of tell you a little bit about the book without any spoilers, and then tell you kind of what I thought of it. So I didn't read the first 2 books in this series, but that doesn't seem to be much of a problem. It mainly just kind of gives you a curiosity into what happens in the other 2 books, but you don't necessarily have to read them. This could be a standalone. I don't feel like I was missing anything or that I didn't understand anything that was happening. It was more just kind of a general curiosity of what goes on with Veronica and Stoker in the other books. And that's really what it comes down to, is that you're just kind of dropped into the relationship between Veronica and Stoker in this book. But again, you also don't need to read the other 2 books to still be immersed in their friendship and their working relationship. So this can definitely be a standalone, or you could read them in order. I don't think it really matters. And it's kind of like a cozy in that sense, where you don't have to necessarily start from the very first book, which is really good because I didn't. But anyway, so this novel, A Treacherous Curse, follows Veronica and Stoker as they are asked to kind of figure out a mystery involving a disappearance, a mummy's curse, and just kind of figure out what happened to this photographer of this Egyptian excavation, and what happened to the diadem that was stolen by, or supposedly stolen by, the photographer. So you kind of follow Veronica and Stoker as they traverse across England or London, trying to figure out where this photographer is, where the diadem is, and generally what's just going on. So the characters are I really like the characters. I adore Veronica. She's just a little spitfire, and she's my favorite, definitely, but the book is written so that she would be your favorite. I did have to kind of go into this book like a cozy, in that it's just fun. You don't take it too seriously or anything like that, because it is not at all very realistic to the time period. It's not, Veronica herself is not at all realistic at all, which is okay when you read it for what it is. And that's just a fun murder mystery And once I stopped being very critical of it, then that's when things started to get really good and fun. Stoker, I don't really have a feel for him. He's just not, even though this was kind of delving into his past a little bit, and we were supposed to know more about him, which we do get more. And it could just be because I didn't read the other two books, but I didn't really have any feelings for him, other than that he's definitely Veronica's love interest. He's her partner. He's yeah, like I don't know. I just didn't I haven't built any sort of rapport with him yet. But maybe in the next books, and when I read the first two books, which I will be doing, that'll be different. So the plot was, it was wrapped up really nicely. It was intriguing in that I'm a big fan of Egyptology. I do wish that there was a little more Egyptology history in here. It doesn't really tell you much about it, other than that there was this excavation for this princess, and it really just sticks with the mystery. But I would have really liked a little more on the actual mythology of Egypt, or something along that nature. But I understand why it wasn't a necessity or needed in this book. Another thing that I wish it had more of was science. As two very logical and scientific people, there wasn't a whole lot of science. I mean, there was pretty much logic, but I don't know. I didn't feel. I think that could be done better. Taking two very logical and scientific people, and just the way that they communicate with people, and the way that they act could be a little smoother. But that could just be my science brain talking. But even with those two things that I thought could have been done better, this was still really, really fun read. I do really recommend it. It's quick and it's fun, and it doesn't leave any lingering questions or anything like that. So this is a really good one. I do highly recommend it. Yeah, so 4 stars on Goodreads, and I hope that this book review was both interesting and helped you decide whether or not you were going to read this series, or at least this book. And I hope that I made sense for the most part. I do hope going forward for this channel that I'll have more of a system for my reviewing. And I guess that's it. If you liked what you saw here today, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more, go ahead and subscribe. And I think that will be it for today. And I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.